From now on, our way will be the business way, and will rule longer than the Roman Empire. Presidents of unions come to us now. One day it'll be the President of the United States.
Imagine walking the crowded streets of New York City, a place where the energy is electric and every face tells a story. But have you ever wondered about the stories you don't see? Because just beneath the surface of this bustling metropolis is a deadly game of power and betrayal was unfolding. In today's true crime narrative, we're taking you to the heart of organized crime with the story of Paul Castellano, the infamous Big Paul of the Gambino crime family. This is the tale of a man whose life was a high-stakes game of survival. The twists and turns of this saga are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Born in Brooklyn in 1915, Paul Castellano came from humble beginnings. His parents, Giuseppe and Concetta, had journeyed from Sicily to forge a new life in America. Paul's father, a butcher by trade, had connections with the Mafia, exposing young Paul to the allure and dangers of organized crime early on. Trading his textbooks for the cleaver, Paul abandoned his formal education in the 8th grade and joined the family's butcher shop. His ambition and street smarts caught the eye of his seasoned criminal uncles.
If I had to do this for a living, I'd starve.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, I'm glad it ain't me. I'd rather be a second-story man.
Opening doors to the vast and dangerous network of the Mafia underworld. In the 1940s, Castellano's ties to the Mafia tightened, solidifying his place in the criminal underworld. However, in 1957, a botched robbery landed him behind bars, but his unwavering silence in the face of relentless interrogation earned him the respect of his criminal brethren. By then, Big Paul was already a rising star within the Gambino crime family, gaining recognition for his ambition and loyalty to the powerful patriarch, Carlo Gambino. Castellano then married a woman named Nina Mano, whose brother was connected to the Gambino crime family as well. While Castellano's criminal activities were escalating, he maintained the image of a respectable businessman through his ownership of several meat distribution companies. These companies served as a front for money laundering and expanded his influence in the legitimate business world. His ability to navigate both the criminal underworld and legitimate businesses was a defining characteristic of his leadership style within the Mafia. He yearned not only to maintain, but to elevate the Gambino family's position in the organized crime circles. When Vito Borelli, a respected Gambino associate, dared to compare him to a mere chicken magnate, Castellano didn't just take offense, he took action. A single order, a quiet word passed down the chain of command, and Borelli's fate was sealed. In 1975, Borelli was found lifeless, a grim testament to the price of underestimating Big Paulie. In the mid-1970s, Castellano further ascended to power within the Gambino crime family. Following Carlo Gambino's heart attack in 1976,
they were holding up armored cars, Chase Manhattan armored cars, and he was actually arrested, indicted and arrested, and was supposed to go to trial.
Castellano was unexpectedly chosen as his successor, despite the presence of underboss Agnello Della Croce. This decision showcased Castellano's strategic thinking and his focus on white-collar crime. Castellano's reach went beyond the boundaries of the criminal underworld. He sought to protect his family, even when it meant making difficult decisions. In 1980, when his daughter's husband, Frank Amato, crossed the line with his abusive behavior, Castellano didn't hesitate. He acted swiftly and decisively, ensuring that Amato paid the ultimate price for his transgressions. The message was clear: no one, not even family, was exempt from Castellano's code of justice. Castellano's leadership style was defined by his taste for luxury and his ambition to legitimize the family's activities.
He wasn't a button man, he didn't kill anybody, and so what does he know? You know, he's never been a loan shark, and so what does he know?
He built a lavish 17-room mansion on Staten Island, reminiscent of the White House, where he conducted business in opulent surroundings. This became the headquarters of the Gambino family's operations, embodying Castellano's vision of a mafia boss as a corporate executive rather than a traditional gangster. As Castellano consolidated his power, he found it necessary to eliminate those who posed a threat to his reign. In 1978, the chilling silence of Queens was shattered by the sound of gunfire. Nicholas Schibetta, a once trusted Gambino associate, was found slumped in his car. The motive behind Scibetta's assassination remains shrouded in mystery, but whispers hinted at a falling out with Castellano. Even those closest to him weren't immune to his suspicions. Roy DeMeo, a notorious hitman and a key figure in the Gambino family's operations, became a target of Castellano's unease.
We had problems. We had problems. We always argued at points. At one time, we stepped out of line where I remember suspecting your father ex-Indian style. We think you stand a good chance to win this election. But I think it should be at least 50-50. You feel that way about it? Go ahead. Now, it turned out to be a mistake because they had 5%. In the meantime, we had to take all these repercussions.
In January 1983, DeMeo met a violent end, his lifeless body found in his car. The underworld buzzed with speculation, but the truth remained buried in the shadows. It was just another chilling chapter in the bloody reign of Paul Castellano. At this point, a storm was brewing within the Gambino family, and at its center was John Gotti, a charismatic and ambitious capo with a burning desire for power. Gotti, a rising star under the wing of Castellano's underboss, Agnello Della Croce, was a force to be reckoned with. Known for his flamboyant personality and ruthless efficiency, Gotti seethed with discontent over Castellano's leadership. He saw Castellano as a pampered king, living in the lap of luxury, far removed from the gritty streets where the real action took place. In 1983, the FBI conducted surveillance by placing listening devices within Castellano's mansion, leading to the collection of a substantial amount of incriminating evidence against him. Through this clandestine operation, the authorities gained comprehensive insights into the intricate operations of the Gambino family and Castellano's direct involvement in various illegal activities like racketeering, extortion, and even taking lives. The mounting evidence led to Castellano's indictment on multiple charges, putting him under intense legal pressure. Adding to Castellano's legal troubles, the internal conflict within the organization grew bigger when Della Croce's health started deteriorating at an alarming rate. Della Croce had consistently served as a stabilizing influence within the organization. His loyalty to Castellano, despite their occasional disagreements, had been pivotal in maintaining unity within the clan.
Della Croce, one of the scariest individuals I've ever met in my life. Della Croce's eyes were like he didn't have any eyes. Ever see that Children of the Damned? Like his eyes were so blue that they weren't even there. It was like looking right through him.
However, his passing in December 1985 left a void in leadership and amplified the existing tensions that had been simmering. Castellano's decision to appoint Thomas Bellotti, a devoted follower, as the new underboss only intensified the dissatisfaction among the members of the organization. Bellotti, unlike his predecessor Della Croce, lacked the diplomatic finesse and widespread respect necessary to effectively lead, thus further alienating influential members of the family. John Gotti, who was already dissatisfied with Castellano's leadership style and decisions, perceived this as a chance to openly challenge Castellano's authority and establish his dominance once and for all. The tension within the Gambino crime family reached its boiling point on December 16, 1985. Big Paul had a planned meeting with several colleagues at Sparks Steakhouse in Manhattan. However, a treacherous scheme was in motion, meticulously planned by the aspiring Gotti and his followers.
And the idea was that everybody would look the same, so any passers-by on the street could not really make a solid identification.
As Castellano's black Lincoln Town car pulled up in front of the restaurant, a team of gunmen dressed in trench coats and hats to blend in with the bustling city crowd sprang into action. The assassins, including shooters positioned on both sides of the street, opened fire on Castellano and Bellotti as they exited the vehicle. Castellano was hit multiple times and fell to the ground, while Bellotti, who tried to escape, was also shot dead. The assassination was executed with military precision. Gotti ensured that the hitmen were well coordinated, and he himself observed the operation from a car parked nearby. Once the deed was done, Gotti drove past the scene to confirm the success of the operation. In the aftermath, the streets buzzed with the news of Castellano's demise.
They were shot numerous times with automatic weapons. Questions. Where were they hit? They were hit in the head and in the body.
The assassination sent a clear message. John Gotti was now in charge, and he would stop at nothing to maintain his power. Castellano's assassination marked a turning point in the history of the Gambino crime family, ushering in a new era of violence and media attention. However, Gotti's flamboyant lifestyle and thirst for the spotlight ultimately proved to be his downfall. He was later convicted of racketeering and other serious charges in 1992 and sentenced to life in prison, where he died in 2002.
Thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts on this chilling story in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more daily true crime stories.